Before the video starts, I want to give a little bit of context. I was in Malaysia in the small coastal town of Port Dickson. And while I was there shooting video, this camera decided to just quit working. And it turned out that the closest place to have it looked at and possibly repaired was the Malaysian capital city of Kuala Lumpur. I looked around, but I couldn't find a direct bus going from Port Dickson to Kuala Lumpur, so I hopped on a local bus and it took me to the nearby city of Seremban. And from Seremban, I was able to take a commuter train to downtown KL. And from the train station there, it was a pleasant walk to my hotel. This video shows all the steps of this small city-to-city journey, as well as some of my random thoughts along the way. I hope you enjoy it. Good morning and welcome back to Planet Doug. Today is a relatively simple day and a relatively simple video, I hope. I debated whether to even record this on video or not, but why not? I'm going on a short trip from Port Dickson into Kuala Lumpur, and it might be interesting just because of all the ins and outs of the travel options that I have to navigate. And I've done my best to figure them out, and I think it will work out fine, but I'm not exactly sure. And yeah, we'll just see how it turns out, and I'll talk about it as we go. That's the door to the Marvel, I don't know, on their listing they call it Marvel AAB or something like that. So I thought it was officially Airbnb, but I think they just use AAB in their name, make it look like Airbnb. I'm not really sure. But anyway, I enjoyed my time here. And one of the best things about staying at Marvel is that right beside it is this restaurant. I don't know if you can see the sign for it. Yeah, I think you can. There's the sign. Restaurant Mesra Kita. So that's like an economy rice buffet place. Really good meals there, inexpensive, a big buffet display, and it's right beside Marvel. The only problem is I never know when they're open. They seem to run on some sort of a weird schedule, and now that it's Ramadan, it's even worse. You never know when they're opening, when they're closing. It's just a guessing game. So yeah, there's Marvel. Here's Port Dickson on another extremely hot day here in Malaysia. We're in a heat wave. It's a Sunday today. It's also Ramadan. So this place is very, very quiet. And being in a hotel in the strip mall is kind of convenient. There's all kinds of shops along here where I get my water and all of my staples, things like that. You're far away from all the beaches though. This is not a typical Port Dickson experience. People don't come here to hang out in the town like I did. They come here to hang out on the beaches. So most people will stay in a resort on the beaches, things like that. So here we go. And right now I'm just walking to the train station, not to the train station. I'm walking to the bus terminal here in Port Dickson. And I don't know when the buses leave. You basically just show up and get on the bus if it's there, or wait for the next one. And that is the bus terminal right there. So I see a bus waiting there. Hopefully that's T30. That's the one that goes to Seremban, but more about that in a minute. I assume I pay for the bus in cash. So as I said, the bus terminal is right here. I've dropped by here a couple of times trying to figure out how all the buses work. But there's no ticket office, there's no counter, there's nobody to talk to, there are no schedules on the wall. There's really nothing that you can do in terms of getting information. But I talked to a bus driver and he said, yeah, we have buses going to the city of Seremban on Sunday. And you just show up here and hop on the next bus that goes. And it could take an hour and 7 minutes, according to Google Maps, to get to Seremban by bus. It seems closer than that. I don't know why it would take an hour and 7 minutes, hour and 10 minutes, but we'll see how it goes. So there it is. The bus terminal. and I see people getting on the bus. Door opened, and as far as I can tell, T30A or T30B are the buses I want. So this could be good timing. Let's see. So far, so good. Oh, the bus is leaving right now. Perfect timing. A rare event on Planet Doug. I just got on the bus, just sat down, and we're leaving. There's only 2 people on the bus. This is either T30A or T30B. There's an A and a B. I don't know the difference between them. I don't know if it matters. And I spoke to the driver, and he said it takes 1 hour to get to the city of Seremban, and we go to Terminal 1. I don't know if there's a Terminal 2, but Terminal 1 is close to the train station, about 800 meters from the train station. So that's where I decided to go. I may hop on a bus when I get to Seremban if it seems convenient, but I'd rather go by train. And 800 meters to walk to the train, and I can take a KTM, a commuter train to Kuala Lumpur, and that journey takes maybe 2 hours, I think, something like that. It took a long time to figure out anything about the KTM because all of the websites that I visited, all the scheduling sites, all the ticket buying sites, everything gave different information. So I couldn't really figure anything out. But then this morning, a weird thing happened. I clicked on the train station in Seremban, and for the first time, I got a big list of all the trains coming and going today, all right there on Google Maps. And that had never come up before. Every time I clicked on that train station, there was no information. But today, for whatever reason, I got a big list of trains, and there were all kinds of them. Most of them were going in the other direction. They're coming from KL to somewhere else. So there weren't quite as many trains as I thought at first, but there is a listing of trains going from Seremban to KL. And there's one at 10:21, but it was already too late to get that one. It's 10 o'clock right now, so we're not going to make that one. But there's another one at about noon. 12:10 or 12:05, and the great thing about these KTM trains is that they're commuter trains, almost like a subway system. So you don't get a reserved seat or anything like that. You don't have to buy a ticket in advance. Even if all the seats are taken, you can still just get a ticket and just stand on the train just like you would on a subway. So this should work out perfectly fine. So here we are. Local bus. So there goes my bus. And as we're heading towards the bus station, which is in that direction a couple of kilometers, I realized we were going to be going right by the train station. And there it is, Station Keretapi. Yeah, I was looking at Google Maps and I asked, I just clicked on the train station, when I clicked on the bus station, because I figured that's where I would go, and asked for directions to see how long it would take. And then when I was looking at the line, it looked like we were going to go right by the train station anyway. So I spoke to the driver and asked him, are we going by the train station? And he says, yeah. Well, he just sort of looked at me and nodded. And I asked him, can you stop there? And he gave me a thumbs up. And here we are at the Seremban train station. Next stage is to figure out this train station, how to buy a ticket. And I still have my my KTM card. Like you can buy train tickets. This is like a charge card. And I don't know if there might be money still on it, so I have to figure out whether I have money still on this card. If not, I can load it up and use it to buy a ticket or something. And it looks like there's an information board about the history of this place, so I'm going to check that out first. So there it is, as I said, very low-key looking station. Looks like it has history. Maybe there's a new section and an older one. And people are just coming out of the train station. Maybe I just missed a train by dawdling. But here, Seremban railway station was constructed between 1904 and 1910 at a cost of 26,000 ringgit. And then KTMB took over responsibilities in 1948. So yeah, there's a few pictures of the history of this place with a clock tower. Anyway, let's head inside and see what's going on. Oh, there's another historical plaque. Says the same thing, built between 1904 and 1910. Built on 3 acres. Trains in Malaysia were pulled by steam engine until 1957 when diesel locomotives took over. Cool. So here we are. Oh, yeah, so they do have a automatic terminals over there, touch and go payment. I don't know how any of that works though, to be honest. I'm going to try to find a schedule. See if there's any sort of a human being I can talk to. Probably not. Human beings are being put out of work by all of these automated systems. But there's the basic, yeah, that's the KTM line that I'm on. This train goes all the way to Batu Caves. Yeah, as often happens in Malaysia, I find there is a lot of construction all the time. And so far, there's no way to go into the building. It's all roped off and closed. And the ticket counters over here are just empty. There don't seem to be any kind of ticket. Oh, there is a new one. Okay, temporary one. So it looks like if you want to, oh, there it is. They moved it into a temporary little thing right there. All right, so I can talk to a human being. Cool. Going to Kuala Lumpur, or actually Kuala Lumpur station. Yeah. Is there any money on here? Can you see? Oh, you don't use it? Okay. How much is it again? Ah, so this one's, what time does this one go?
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock. Okay. I just saw one here, 11:16.
It's weekend.
Oh, I see. Thank you. So here's the schedule for this train as of July 8th, 2023, I guess. And the top is for weekday. And if it were weekday, there would have been one at 11:16. But this is a Sunday, so this is the weekend schedule. And so my train, Seremban to Batu Caves, the next one is at 12:12. And after that would be 2 hours later, 2:26, then 2 hours later, then 1 hour later. So there are a lot of trains throughout the day. But I'm here at about, what time is it? Yeah, 11, so I have an hour until my train gets here. So my KTM debit card or cash card, for whatever reason, they say they don't accept it here. I don't know how that works. I've used it sometimes to take a KTM. Sometimes they won't use it. I don't really know. But I always use it out of KL Central. But yeah, so as I said, the main ticket counters are all under construction over there. And luckily, they have a temporary one over here. But there's also, I didn't even look around for this, but it looks like they have a automated system here as well. So they have an automated system. I wish I'd seen that first. I would have come over here to try it out first. Let's see if I can figure out how this works and whether I could even pay for it. Let's try this. So I went through the whole system and it worked out really well. It was no problem. You could choose English and choose your departing city, where you want to go, and then it gives you a selection of trains. But apparently these are only connected with the ETS trains, the ETS Gold. And now I could pick a seat if I wanted to. I just clicked on it by accident. But let's go back. But as you can see, this train is at 428. So you could go by reserved seating on a nicer train. But I think there's only 2 of those trains per day. So the regular KTM, this is not for KTM apparently. At least it hasn't shown up so far. No, I was completely wrong about that. You can do both from this machine. It's so sad. I already got my ticket from the counter. I would have loved to have done this because there's 2 menus at the very top. One for ETS trains and then one for regular commuter trains. And I just went through the commuter trains and it's beautifully laid out. It already knows. Maybe I'll show you what it looks like. So when you select the commuter menu, this is what you get, and it knows where you are. So it already enters your Seremban or origin, and then you select your destination from this menu. So I can just click on KL Central, choose the date, single, $870. And then it has all the payment options. So you can do Boost, Do It Now, credit card, or even Touch and Go e-wallet. And then all you do with Touch and Go is you scan that QR code and you pay. And then I assume your ticket comes out of here. Beautiful. Wow, Planet Doug approved. But I bought mine already from the ticket counter, and it was $8.80, 8 ringgit. And here you save 10 cents. But yeah, $8.70. But yeah, so you can do it from these machines. I wish I knew about that. Yeah, I would have done it. All right, it's about 5 after 12. Time to go out onto the platform, wait for my train. And I just came down here to some bathrooms. They do have public bathrooms here at the Seremban train station, which is nice. And I noticed along the way here that there's a sign here for a cafe. In Inasari Harmony Cafe, so I guess there used to be a restaurant or a cafe here. But because of all the rebuilding they're doing, the renovating, that's closed right now. So now I just have to get through the turnstile, see if they can scan my ticket for me. And here we are. So that worked out well, scanned through, and judging by the number of people, I have to go to the other platform. I may have platform 2 and 3, Batu Caves, KL Central. Platform 1 is closed, tutup. So somehow I have to get over there. And that's where all the people are. But everybody else is heading in this direction. Oh, yeah, there's a pedestrian bridge over there. All right. Yeah, a lot of people waiting for this train. Oh, and there you are. There's the platform. I'll probably walk all the way down to the far end. Probably more seats available. Oh, and the train is already arriving. Yeah, I'm surprised that it got here so early. I thought these trains would stop for like 30 seconds and then go. But it's here, 4 minutes early, according to my watch. And of course they have the coaches reserved for women, so no men allowed there. And I'm going to see if I can get to the very first car before they close the doors on me. And here we are. And there's the whole, length of the train. So yeah, they're not messing around here at all. It could be that the time on the schedule isn't accurate because I still have yeah, like 12:09 on my watch. So the door's closed and they're leaving 3 minutes early according to the schedule. But yeah, when I looked online for information about this train, every departure time was different. Some of them said 12:05, some said 12:09, 12:10, 12:10, 12:10, all different times. But here at the train station, they said 12:12. It says that on their schedule, and the woman confirmed it for me. But yeah, if you arrived here for exactly 12:12, you would have missed your train.
Station berikutnya, Tiroi. Next station, Tiroi.
There we go. A very familiar sound to me because I've ridden on these KTM trains a lot. So this is my line, of course, and it started way down here, Sungai Gadut, came to Seremban, and the green are the stations ahead of us. So we're heading all the way here to KL Central. And my ticket should take me to Kuala Lumpur station. And if you stay on this train, it actually goes all the way to Batu Caves. So yeah, there it is there. This other line, it's another KTM line, but it goes to Port Klang, and then from Port Klang to KL Central.
Anda boleh membuat pembelian tiket bagi semua perkhidmatan train KTM. Untuk memudahkan perjalanan anda bersama KTM Commuter, rancang dan dapatkan waktu perjalanan train anda melalui My Rail Time yang terdapat di aplikasi KTM Mobile. Terima kasih kerana menggunakan perkhidmatan train KTM Commuter dan semoga berjumpa lagi. Greetings to all KTM Commuter passengers. Did you know the KTM Commuter in the Klang Valley will use the KTMB integrated ticketing system, or KITS?
Well, trip update. We've just arrived at KL Central. So this is the platform for the main station, the main train station, the main MRT station here in Kuala Lumpur. It's quite dark down here. Kind of empty, not a lot going on. I would normally be getting off here, but I booked a ticket that's taking me to Kuala Lumpur station, which is closer to my hotel. So there's the map once more. We came all the way from Seremban, way over here, and traveled all the way to here, KL Central, and now we're just going one more stop to Kuala Lumpur. And Kuala Lumpur, that used to be the main train station for the city. And then they moved the train station to KL Central, but this used to be the main one. And as I said, this train continues on all the way to Batu Caves. So that's where I'm getting off. Next stop. And here's the train looking all the way down. All right, we are arriving at Kuala Lumpur station. As you'll see, this is a much more traditional looking train station. KL Central looks like a modern subway system, but this being the original train station for the city, built, I believe, built during the British colonial days. You'll see it looks exactly like an outdoor, more of a city train station. And here we are. Yeah, you can tell from the architecture over there, those windows, the building, the wall, yeah, an old train station. And it connects with the Pasar Seni MRT station, as you can see right here. For this exit, you can go to Pasar Seni, Chinatown, in this direction. So yeah, right over there is Pasar Seni, and the central market is here. Chinatown, 118 Merdeka building. So if you want to, and Little India is not that far away. Of course, Little India is more at KL Central. So you wouldn't come here to go to Little India, but you could come here to go to Chinatown. Conductor of the train was waving at me. There it goes, on its way to Batu Caves. I saw a bunch of people getting on the train. They look like foreign visitors, tourists, and they're clearly, almost certainly going to Batu Caves. This is a great way to go to Batu Caves. Long train, as you can see. But anyway, here I am at the far end of the platform. And that's Pasar Seni MRT station right there. Merdeka 118. In that direction is KL Central and Little India. Right over here is Chinatown, just on the other side of these buildings. And when I exit here, I can walk across this pedestrian bridge, crosses the Klang River right there, over to Pasar Seni station. And then I can walk from here to my hotel. I'll be going by a central market, things like that. All right, let's see if I can use my ticket to get out. But here's the fancy exit terminal. These are the ones that has the My Debit, very, very high-tech system here, right? Like you can scan your ticket there, tap your card there, do something there, all kinds of options. I wonder how many different ways you can actually pay. Well, let's see what happens. There we go. No problem. So yeah, gotta scan in and scan out. This is one of those situations where it's kind of a tough call whether you would save any time or effort by taking the MRT, because of course the MRT does all the work. If I take it, I don't have to walk, but at the same time you have to walk all the way down to the station platform at Pasar Seni, and then you end up in Masjid Jamak, which is a very complicated underground station, and you have to walk quite long distances to navigate the underground station and go up a whole bunch of stairs and escalators and things. And by the time you do all that, you probably, had you gone walking like I'm doing, would have taken exactly the same amount of time, may even be faster. And that's the central market over there, the blue building. And I'm not quite sure what they call it. Kasturi Walk, I believe. Whoa. Don't know why this is blocked off, but that's a Kasturi Walk over there. And all along parts of the river here, there goes the train that I would have been on. You can hear it roaring. Here it comes. It's going down right here because it's going underground. It dives underground to go to a Masjid Jamak station. And this whole section of the river has a parkside project called the River of Life. I've gone up and down it quite a few times on foot and on a bicycle, but this is part of the River of Life walkways alongside the river. And there's Masjid Jamak, the central mosque of Kuala Lumpur, right up ahead. So, as I've shown on video and in photos many times before, here is the River of Life project. I think of this as the soul, the heart and soul of it. And there's the mosque, of course. I still have to cross the busy road there to get to my hotel. And they have all this very interesting artwork on the buildings here. It's a major stop for tour groups. So you've got a big tour group right here, all taking pictures. And from time to time, they have it on a timer. A fog machine kicks in, and fog and steam are blasted out over the river. It looks quite nice. And music plays. It's quite nice at night if you come in this direction. So I'm just about back in my neighborhood. Stopping here because there's a nice view of the tower. Right there, beautiful day. And all the skyscrapers, or some of the skyscrapers of KL. Right around the corner here is the Embassy of Nepal. As I've talked about often when I was here before. And right beside the Nepalese embassy is my hotel, the J Hotel Masjid. And there it is, this white building right here. It's where I'm staying. This is another Little India. The main Little India is over by KL Central. But right here across the river, that neighborhood there, sort of behind Masjid Jamak, that's actually another Little India. I believe, if I have it straight, this is sort of the Muslim Little India right here. And the Little India by KL Central is more of a Hindu Little India. That's the history of them anyway. Well, I am here, not in my room yet, but I am in the lobby. So this is the J Hotel, J Masjid Hotel. That's the hallway there and the front desk over here. It's an Oyo branded establishment, which I normally don't like, but I haven't had any trouble here with the Oyo booking. Everything has worked out all right. And there was someone here at the front desk, but he was checking in someone else, and they're getting good service, so they brought them up to their room. And here he is. All right, the end of the journey, the classic elevator shot. Second floor this time, 203A is my room number. And yeah, should be down here. This is the hallway up here. Here we are, 203A. Have to put in the card to get your power. Or maybe it's the other card. You get two cards. There we go. And you always have to remember there's usually a switch or something. You have to do something with a fuse box or flip a switch with a big amperage, and that would mean your water heater and or air conditioner is turned on. And one of the reasons I like this hotel and started staying here is it's one of the few places that has real hotel rooms like this. As you can see, it's a very nice, nicely appointed hotel room. And it is a single bed. And that's very rare to get single beds. So it's a little bit cheaper. To be honest, it's not as much cheaper as I'd like compared to a double, to be honest. By the time all the taxes and fees and tourism fees are added, it ends up being quite a more expensive than you'd think, especially when they add the tourism tax. That always takes you by surprise. But yeah, they're single bed, and then you get a nice bathroom with a hot water shower, and they give you a little bar of soap. So nothing fancy, nothing luxurious, but everything works. It's very quiet. Air conditioner's great. The Wi-Fi, in my experience, has been very good here. I hope it's just as good on the second floor. So that's the end of my day today, I think. Yeah, not a very exciting day, you know, just a travel day, but I always find those sorts of days interesting as well. So with that, shutting down, take a shower, make a cup of coffee, and I'll see you in the next video.